What's going on, everyone? It's your girl, Rebecca Grouper, here with Inside the Ring. And today on the show, we have a 23-year-old Puerto Rican boxer from North Jersey. And this fighter will be back in the ring this weekend, March 19th, on the Berlanga V Rolls card at MSG in the Hulu Theatre, where you can stream it on ESPN or ESPN Plus, with a record of 16 wins, 0 losses, 7 by way of knockout. We have John Bauza. Welcome to the show, John, and thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for interviewing me.
So how are you feeling today? You just got done with your weigh-ins. How are you feeling getting ready for the big night tomorrow?
Well, I feel great. I'm confident, and I'm really glad that they put me in the main card because I was going to be in ESPN Plus, and they moved me up to ESPN. So I'm more than happy to be at that card.
That's awesome. And we're going to talk about your fight in a little bit, but I wanted to start with you from the very beginning. So when did you pick up your first pair of gloves and why?
Well, I always been into boxing since I was a little kid. My dad was a boxer. So like when I was a little kid, when I was like 5, 4, I used to go to the gym and used to see him like training and stuff. So like I got used to that and like I started liking it. So I think probably when I was like 6 years old, I started like putting gloves and like sparring with little kids. And then I moved because I used to live in PR. I moved from PR to Jersey when I was like 12. And that's when I started like actually fighting, like amateur fighters.
Did you compete in New Jersey Golden Gloves or Diamond Gloves?
I won the Diamond Glove, the Golden Glove, the Silver Gloves.
Oh, okay. Wow. I feel like no one really knows about the Diamond Gloves unless you're from Jersey or a few
From Jersey.
states. Yeah.
Yeah, that's only a Jersey thing, I think.
Yeah. So, did you have a moment in your amateur career where you realized that going professional was what you wanted to do?
Since I was like 15, 16, like I started to like actually believing in myself and like believing that I could be something else. Like I used to do that for a hobby. And like when I was 15, everybody used to tell me like, you're good, you're gonna be like a world champion one day. So I started to get it more serious. So when I was like 15, 16, I started to think I want to be a professional.
Now, you said that you watched your dad growing up box. Did he coach you or does he still coach you? How does he play a part in your boxing career?
At first, he didn't want to. He didn't want me to fight. He used to tell me, oh, you're going to be a model or you're going to be something else, but you're not going to be a boxer. And when we got here, then that's when I didn't have any friends. I was new here. So like across my house, there was a gym. So like I used to see it every day and I used to tell him I want to train. So one day he was like, okay, you want to train? And like that's how we started training.
Well, now your dad could say, not only are you a professional boxer, but now you model because now you have all of, like the weigh-in photos, your press conference photos. So it's kind of like you got the best of both worlds going on there.
Yeah.
What has been the biggest transition for you going from amateurs to pros?
Well, I feel like amateur is more like how you explain it. All right, professional is a fight is like more slow than an amateur fight. When you fight amateur, you have to throw a lot of punches, and when you get into pros, you have it's like more like chill, like it's more thinking. So I feel like when I got into professional, I started liking it more because it was more relaxed. You could take your time, you could move around, and plus I'm fighting 8 rounds now, so it's like I can do a lot in 8 rounds, more than 3.
Looking back from your first professional fight to now, what do you believe has been your biggest improvement?
Well, as everybody been saying, I think my power.
Yeah, and I definitely think we could tell that from your last fight, which is what I want to talk about. I saw you fight December 11th on the Lomachenko Comey card at Madison Square Garden, the arena. Such an amazing place to fight. And you knocked down your opponent, Williams Jr., 5 times before they just called the fight. And one thing that I noted at that fight was the crowd is New Yorkers. They're crazy, right? But for your fight, the crowd went wild for you. Do you find it special when you fight in New York City compared to other places?
Well, it's like a second home because I was raised in Jersey too. So like all my friends the Jersey is like 10 minutes away from where I live. It's like 10 minutes away from here, from like New York.
Mhm.
So I have all my friends or my family coming, and New York City is big in Puerto Ricans, and more in Madison Square Garden because like that's where the big fights of Puerto Ricans have been made. So it's something like you feel special when you're in that arena. You feel like I don't know. It's like a dream come true.
Well, this Saturday night, Puerto Rico is going to get represented because they have you on the card, Xander Zayas, who's the co-main event, and Edgar Berlanga, who's the main event. What message do you think that that's going to send to the boxing community about Puerto Rican fighters?
Like I said, like myself, I'm trying to make a statement that Puerto Rico is still alive in the sport because there's a lot of people criticizing Puerto Ricans because we don't have like we got like 2 world champions right now, but like we didn't have world champions. So like before we used to have a lot. So they like Puerto Rico is going down. We're still here.
I like that. You're getting me hyped up for tomorrow night. I love it. So talking about tomorrow night's fight, can you tell us anything you know about your opponent and what was your game plan getting ready for this fight during your fight camp?
My game plan is, the first few rounds, just, start to see what he do. Because, not every, like, if you see a fighter, a video of a fighter fighting, it's not the same as you fighting the guy.
Yeah.
It's way different. Like, people could tell you, oh, I could be that guy. But it's when you get in the ring, that's the difference. So, like, we started working on, we know that he put a lot of pressure, and he's also a fighter that can take a punch.
Yeah.
Like, he's not going to go down like that, So we just work on that, on moving around, using our jab, and just wait, because, maybe it could happen, maybe it could not, or maybe we can knock him out or win by unanimous decision. So well, both ways is good with me.
I think your fans are waiting for that left hand to make a grand appearance tomorrow night because it sure did last fight as well. So I know you're focused on this weekend's fight. You want to get through that, but do you have any big goals for your career in 2022 that you can talk about? Any ideas of who you'd like to fight next?
No, we just want to keep, like I've been doing, just little by little, I have patience, so I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah.
So just little by little keep going, so I'll be a world champion.
So I've known about you professionally for quite some time now, and honestly, I've heard nothing but great things from fight fans, whether it's Twitter, YouTube. I mean, I'll have comments on videos of me interviewing people and somehow your name gets mentioned. No correlation, but for some reason you're always mentioned. Has there been a professional fighter or someone you look up to in the boxing community that has commented on your performance that has really made you proud of what you've become?
Actually, I like a lot of boxers, and one of them was that I like that he comment on it was Timothy Bradley. Like, really? He's the commenter. He's the one talking.
Yeah.
So like my last fight, like he was just talking like a lot of stuff about me, good stuff, and like it really makes me proud. Like just to hear somebody that was a world champion who fought a lot of good fights talking like that about me, it just really feel like special.
Well, I think it's pretty cool too, because I think on your Top Rank profile, from last time I checked it, it said one of your favorite fighters to watch was Lomachenko. And you ended up being on his undercard. I mean, how was that? Yeah. What was it like meeting Lomachenko and being able to fight under him?
I didn't say anything about Lomachenko because I didn't talk to him like that or anything like that. So he's one of my favorite fighters though. Yeah. But we didn't have like anything, like we didn't talk or he didn't comment on anything. He just asked me who comment on my stuff. So one of them was Timothy Bradley. So that's why I said that. Well, I love Lomachenko. The way he moves, his angles, is just crazy how he fights.
Yeah, he's a different breed for sure. So do you have any final messages to your fans before you get in that ring tomorrow night?
All I can say is to tune in and watch the fights. It's gonna be a great card, and all of us gonna do great. Me, Berlanga, and Sayas, we're gonna be at the best.
Perfect. Well, before we wrap up, I have a game that I love to play with all of my guests on the show. And I call this segment Unboxing the Boxer. It's my own little special thing where I ask you a bunch of random personal questions and you just answer them off the top of your head. So are you ready?
Yeah.
If you weren't a pro fighter, what could you picture yourself doing?
I used to like to, like I like how you call this? Archaeologist, as you say it.
Yeah.
I like
Like
that
the
stuff.
bones
Like
and
I like
stuff?
I like that stuff. I always want to do
Oh,
one of
okay.
those.
That's cool. That's different. Favorite sports team?
On any sport,
Any sport.
well, I like the Lakers. I like.
Oh, okay. Favorite food?
Favorite food. There's this dish called sancocho. It's a Latin dish.
Yep.
I love. I create it every day.
Favorite movie?
I like funny movies, so I'll say The Hangover is one of my favorite movies.
That's a classic.
Really funny. Yeah.
Favorite musical artist?
Well, I have my brother who's a rapper. I really like him a lot.
Shout him
Really good
out.
rapper. His name is Juanca.
Biggest fear?
Biggest fear. I just want to be able to provide to my family, and like I don't want to leave this world without doing that. Probably my whole family secure.
That's a good answer. Favorite holiday?
I'm weird. I like Halloween.
Thing that annoys you the most?
I think this annoys every fighter. When you're making weight and people just ask you, like they be like, "Oh, you're so skinny." Like, it's so annoying when they say that. Like, we know we're skinny, we're losing weight. It's so annoying.
Shut up! We're just trying to make our money and get that win. Leave me alone.
Everybody be like, "Well, oh my God, you're so skinny." It's really annoying when you're losing weight. That's annoying.
I like that. I've never gotten that response, but that makes so much sense. Favorite animal, if you have one?
Favorite animal? I like dogs. Dog person. Yeah.
Favorite store to shop in? Any sort of store?
Well, I shop a lot in Target.
Target?
I like Target. Yeah.
Are you someone that goes into Target and you go in for one thing and come out with like 5 different things? Yeah.
It'd be like that.
Yeah.
You just like you see and you just walk in. Oh, I need this too. When you see, you have the whole cart full.
Or if it's on sale, you just have to get it because you don't know when it's going to go back on sale. Yeah. You know what it is. First job, if you ever had a first job.
My first and last one was at a sneaker store.
Oh, where
I
did
used to
you
work
work?
at this store, and it's this place called Sneaker Hub. It's in Jersey.
Oh, okay.
I used to work there, and my paycheck, I used to just buy all the shoes. I never saw the money. I used to just buy shoes there.
Was Sneaker Hub in North Bergen or did you work in a mall?
No, it was like a family store.
Oh, okay.
Like family owned store, but they sell Nikes and all that.
Yeah. Okay. If you have a middle name, what is it?
Anthony.
Anthony. Okay. If you could pick one superpower, what would you like to have?
I could just travel to time.
Yeah.
I like to travel to time. You used to see like a lot of like history stuff because I really like history. Like I told you, I wanted to be an architect. Like I mean, an archaeologist.
Yeah.
I like all of that. So
if you could go back in one point in time, where would you want to go?
Yeah. I don't even know. Just like see the first president of the United States, or I don't know, just stuff like that. Like seeing the White House being built, like just stuff like that.
Interesting. Favorite TV show?
I like The Simpsons.
The Simpsons. Okay.
I love The Simpsons. I still see them every day. I seen they have. Look, I could even tell you they have 33 seasons.
33 already?
They have 33 seasons, and I've seen them all.
Okay, so you watch The Simpsons. You're pretty familiar with all the episodes, right?
All of them.
Is it true that they predict the future?
They say that, but some of them they just like something happened and they'll use it. Okay. Sometimes they do that. like, so if something happened, they'll use it, or they just make a joke, and sometimes they do. Like with President Trump, they used to say that he was gonna be a president. He ended up being one.
So that wasn't an episode. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I feel like people just Photoshop pictures of the Simpsons and make
Nah,
it
but some of the things, like some of the things they say, but a lot of people just, like you say, like they make things up and they put something else into it. Like the coronavirus, I don't know if you saw that. Like
Which
the
one?
COVID thing. Like they were talking about the Simpsons was like telling everybody about the COVID.
Yes,
COVID-19.
I did see that.
It was an episode about a kind of disease, but it was not that. It was like a cat disease or something like that. And everybody was like, oh, like it was COVID.
Well, as soon as it's on the internet, that just means it's true. So,
yeah.
All right. Last question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from now?
A world champion, hopefully.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, John. And if you have any social media, anything you'd like to shout out, feel free to do that now.
Well, I want to thank everybody, and I also want everybody to tune in tomorrow. It's gonna be a great fight. You can't miss it. If you guys want to follow me, my Instagram is real John Bauza with a Z. That's all.
Perfect. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it.
Thank you.